Hi, this is a brief tutorial on how to set up a small Minecraft server for your friends or your friends' friends and stuff like that, or a LAN. Anyway, you want to download the server. I provided on the description. The next thing you want to do is you want to open up the file that has the server, and this is how it works. The first thing, you want to take a look at your server properties before you start the server. So you want to open that up with Notepad. In my case, I opened it up with Notepad++. You can download that too, or you can use regular Notepad, which is that. I think plus plus is much better because it shows you lines and stuff like that, the line number, and depending on the code, it'll generate colors. This way, you know if it's a command or a boolean or whatever. Anyway, all right. Let's start with this one. This is the message of the day. This is what people are going to see when they log on to the server, alright? Message of the day. You write whatever you want here. Going beyond these characters here will probably not show up on screen because this is only in the multiplayer login screen. This will only show up there. So you want to keep it short. Anyway, here you have a lot of options like maximum players. You could define as many players as you want, depending on your internet connection, obviously. Your game mode 1 or game mode 0. 0 being survival, and game mode 1 being creative. Okay. The difficulty level from 1 to 3. I have it on, well, 3, hard. The player versus player. This is to define if the player could strike another player and kill him. If you set it to false, they can't kill you or you can't kill anyone. True being that they can kill you or you can kill anyone you want. Just start hitting them with a sword or whatever. Online mode, you want to set this to false. If, let's say, one of your friends has a free version of Minecraft, which is a cracked version, you set this to false and anyone can play on your server. If you set it to true, then only players with original Minecraft games can only play on your server. So you want to set that to false. Spawn animals, whitelist, you want to do that. Maximum build height. Alright, server IP. In your case, you want to set your IP. How do you do that? Well, you go to start. You're going to type in CMD. This is Windows 7. If you are on Windows XP, you will type run. Oops. You will type run. Well, you will click run, which should be on your start. Click run, and once you click run, you're gonna type in the same thing that I was gonna show you right here, which is CMD. What you want to do is write down ipconfig, enter, and your IP version 4 address is this one. I suggest you set a static address. You need to do that in your control panel. I'll show you how in a second. This address here, you want to write it right here. Alright, so I will set a default of 0.0.0.0 for everyone. This you have to edit. Okay. And how do you change your IP to a static IP? You hit control panel, network and internet, in network and sharing center, adapter settings. Okay, if you're using a wireless, then I suggest you click on the wireless. If you're using a LAN, click on that, properties. You want to go down and IPv4, here it is. You want to click properties, and you want to update this yourself. Okay, your subnet mask will be auto corrected for you. It'll just show up right there. Depending on how your IP address is here, you want to type it here. Alright, this is your gateway right here. This is your gateway here. Alright, I suggest you use the same one you have here because your router already assigned it for you. This way you don't have to reset your settings. And your preferred DNS server would appear on your router. Alright, that's another tutorial. If it's a Netgear, all you gotta do is go to internet and write down router login.net, then your password. Usually on default routers you want to write down admin And for password, you want to write down just password. But in my case, I write down my code. Okay. Sometimes network gears have different menus. So anyway, you want to go to internet, and here it is. Your DNS server. This is it. This is your address, 206. This is my DNS server. Okay. And that's what you want to write down here. Then you want to hit that and validate upon exit. Okay. So that's that. You already set your IP address to the way you want. That's perfect. Now that's it with this right now. This is finished. So now you're gonna have this file here. This is to turn on your server. Okay. In my case, I will delete this because you guys are not gonna use this. These are my maps, and I want to delete all these. Okay. If you have a computer with over 3 gigs of RAM, I suggest with under 3 gigs of RAM, under 3 gigs, okay? Under 3 gigs, you want to hit edit, okay? This is what you want to edit here, okay? Okay. You see this command here? This is telling Java to run the Minecraft and Craft Bucket server with 1 gigabyte of RAM, okay? This is 1 gigabyte of RAM. These two things here, you want to edit this, okay? This is if you have under 3 gigabytes of RAM, okay? This is not needed if you're just gonna play with 5 people. All you gotta do is change this number. Let's change this value to 256 megabytes of RAM. 256. The M stands for megabyte, a megabyte. And if you want to go to gigabyte, you could either do it with a lot of decimals. For example, 1 gigabyte, or let's say 2 gigabytes would be 248 and 248. Or you can actually just go like this, 2 gigabytes. Okay. People, like I was saying, people with basic computers with less than 3 gigs of RAM, you want to try 128 megabytes of RAM. That's more than enough for 20 players. Well, about 10 players. 128 megabytes. You want to save it, not save as, just save, regular save. Once you do that, you want to hit run. Okay. Now, when you hit run, on my computer, it's gonna say it's not gonna work because I don't have the correct IP address or anything. You hit run, and a black command prompt screen is gonna come out, showing a lot of things. You want to wait for it to say done. It could take a while to keep loading. That's basically it. Right here you have your plugins, which I supplied for you guys. This is a lot of plugins here. Okay. If you want to learn how to use each and every one of these plugins, I'll show you one right now. For example, let's try multiverse. No, let's try WorldGuard. Okay. WorldGuard. Okay. Worlds. Alright. This is my survival world. These are my settings, okay? So I'm going to go to regions, and this is where you guys can see all these settings you do on the screen on the game, right? This is what you do in the game. Okay? So I created a house, our house, which is for all our players, and these are my friends. These are the only people permitted in this house, and these are the only people permitted to edit the house. No one could destroy the house, no one could add to the house, no one could build next to the house. Only these people right here. Okay, this you do on the screen. You don't have to do anything here. This is just to show you how this works. If you want to learn how to do that, just write down on YouTube. Go to YouTube and you write down how to use World Guard or World Edit or Secure Chest. The Secure Chest is really easy command. The Lock It is a really easy command too. It's really easy. And that's basically it. Each and every one of these plugins, you want to learn how to use them on YouTube. Okay, I cannot make a video for each one of them because it's just gonna take too long. I might add on the folder. I might add some links to different videos that will show you how to use them. Anyway, once you run this, it's not gonna work, but you see how it's just preparing and taking long and all these things. Alright, this is an 8-core computer with 8 gigs of RAM, so it's taking a while. Imagine a regular computer for the first time. The second time around, it'll do it really fast. So this is it. So let's say you're not close to your computer, you're not playing Minecraft, but one of your friends calls you up because, I don't know, someone's being annoying, and you have your console on. Okay, so this is how you work with your console here. Let's make this full screen. Let's wait for this to finish, and then I'll show you how to work with this. So this is your server, actually. This is your server. Alright. So all these maps are being created because they were on the memory of the server. Okay, so you could go ahead and just delete them if you want. There we go. Okay, it's done. You see? Done. It says it right there. Alright, so if you want to learn how to use some commands here, just go here. Help. Oh, whoa. That's weird. Alright, there we go. There goes all the commands you need for being an admin. Alright, these are all commands. How to use them? On screen, on the game, you type in / and the command. Over here, you don't need to really do that. I could just type in list, for example. I want to see how many players are online. There are no players because obviously I'm not hosting a game right now. So, yes. So we close that. And you want to make yourself an admin, so that is should be right here somewhere. Whitelist ops. There we go. Ops operators. These are the operators currently on my server, Rotten Tomatoes and me. This is me and this is my friend. These two people here are the admins, operators. There's also another way to make yourself the owner, which is even more commands. But if you have the console running on the same computer as the game, you don't really need to make yourself an owner because you are the owner. You could just use this. But if you're like me on a remote computer, then you want to go to the plugins and play around with them, right? That's basically it. So you guys enjoy and have fun with everything. And I guess if anything, just send me a message and I'll see if I can help you guys. Alright.